Of Group 3 with Joy McNeely Anderson and Daniel Salinas. And today we're going to be discussing our company, VA Solutions. Now, before we actually get into what our company does, let's first talk about our service, the virtual assistant. A virtual assistant is someone that can give professional, administrative, technical, and creative assistance to clients remotely from their home office. Virtual assistants can provide a wide range of services to large corporations, small businesses, startups, entrepreneurships, or even, individual consumers. The services they provide vary from daily repetitive stuff like secretarial work, more specialized activities like bookkeeping, and even helping with big projects like social media marketing. Uh, Having a virtual assistant works really well for all sorts of companies as their flexible schedules and comfortable environment make them more available to work. We created our company with the pandemic in mind. A lot of people started working from home when it started, and with that, we felt that a great number of companies could really benefit from having a remote assistant. That's where we would come in. VA Solutions would be a managed virtual assistant service that would act as the middleman between consumers looking for a virtual assistant and the virtual assistant themselves. Basically, we would hire, train, and oversee assistants as full-time employees with benefits as they're hired out to other companies. A lot of companies already do this. There's quite a number of them on the internet, but what would set us apart from the competition is that we would provide training for our virtual assistant based on whatever the consumer would need. For example, if somebody came to us and said that they needed an assistant that could help manage a website, we would make sure that the assistant is provided the necessary training so that way the consumer is guaranteed top quality work. With that, we'll get into the situational analysis, starting with the economic sector. There's definitely a wide market for virtual assistants as companies are looking for a more flexible workforce, with remote working up 34% as of 2021. And according to our research, a company can save up to 78% of their hiring costs by hiring a virtual assistant. Being remote, a virtual assistant wouldn't have the costs of a desk, computer, or pertaining office supplies. In addition to the direct economic savings, there are many cost benefits as well, such as tax breaks and not having to pay for PTO. Salaries are relatively cheap for a virtual assistant too, as most make between $25,500 and $35,999 annually. And since virtual assisting is a relatively newer service, the current market is still unsaturated, very unsaturated. VA Solutions can penetrate the markets of various locations in areas that already have some competition and still have room to expand and grow. Next, we'll get into the political and legal analysis. Having a virtual assistant for a company would require a great number of contracts and agreements just to make sure there's fair compensation for the assistant and to make sure there's no wires getting crossed. Some clients may also have security or privacy concerns. They might ask one of our assistants to sign a non-disclosure agreement or, just to work for them solely. With the first two sectors out of the way, we'll take it to Daniel Salinas, who will discuss the competitive environment of the situational analysis.
Continuing on the situational analysis, we will now have a look at some of VA's competitors. The world of AI continues to evolve and change every day, being backed by massive tech companies such as Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Intel, Apple, and many more. However, these companies don't ensure privacy, accuracy, or quality. VA Solutions is going to provide different virtual assistants trained on site for a multitude of tasks at a fairly reasonable price compared to the competition. With how fast the technological world is moving, we now have virtual assistants right in our own pockets. Voice activated by saying, "Hey Siri" if you have an iPhone, or "Hey Bixby" if you have an Android. There is also Amazon's Alexa and Google's Cortana. They are great assets and can learn more about the user as they use it more. Your virtual assistant can help set appointments, reminders, and even lock your house or start your car for you. Socio-Cultural Environment. As for race, 70% of consumers in the US are white. Education, 54% of consumers have a bachelor's degree. And as for industry, 60% of consumers are part of privately owned companies, while 20% belong to the technology sector. Internal environment. We have some strengths and weaknesses listed. As for strengths, on-site training of new employees to ensure quality of work, providing a completely virtual environment for employees to be able to work from home, a bold, brand new environment that thrives of technology and innovation. With mostly an online presence, we can market our virtual assistants to people around the entire US. Weaknesses. Training would be expensive and time consuming. Errors can arise from communication such as connection issues, miscommunication, and etc. Since we are a newer business, we would have less personnel than the competition. We would definitely have a physical headquarters, but without one close by, people could see this as a downside. STP review. VA Solutions will target business people and executives who require the help of an assistant. Consumers in locations with more innovative environment like cities along the West Coast such as San Francisco, Fremont, San Jose, and Oakland, which are all located around Silicon Valley. These people will see virtual assisting as a norm and be more likely to do business with us. As for age, we would target a younger, more technology adept consumer who is willing to accept the idea of completely virtual assisting. And as for income, people who could afford the assistance, while we market our virtual assisting service as an affordable and cheaper than our competition. Assistance itself is seen as a luxury in the business world.
There are 4 P's that make up the marketing mix. They are product, price, place, and promotion. For our product, we're a virtual assistant company that provides services Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The demand for virtual assistants has skyrocketed because of the pandemic. With us being flexible, we're able to provide services to all companies regardless of the size. We're in the business to make money, but we also are providing a service. We aim to be as cost effective as possible. The duration of the job determines the total cost of services. If more time is needed, then we add it, but also if it takes less time, we can issue a refund. We offer 3 different packages that can be customized to the needs of the company. With us being an online company, we have a direct-to-consumer business model. We also offer training classes for people that want to become virtual assistants themselves, and employment opportunities are available upon the completion of the classes. Promoting a business doesn't have to be hard, but it can certainly be frustrating if it's not done properly. By using multiple social media outlets, we're able to reach more people and keep our consumers up to date on how to contact us and different type of promotions that we offer.